Jaco, a narrow miss in getting into that Nedbank Golf Challenge on the weekend. However, there's one last gate open, and that's winning here. What is your record like here?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've finished top 10 a couple of times. 2 or 3 years ago, I think I finished third here. So I've had the odd good week, but also had the odd rubbish week. So let's hope this is one of the odd good weeks.
About the course, I mean, there are not many golfers who won't add Leopard Creek to their list of favourites. Is it one of your favourites?
Definitely, by a mile. I mean, it's besides the course being great, it's just such a nice setting. I think you've got to be South African to really appreciate it, with being in the bush and getting to braai every single night of your life, and don't need to persuade the wife too much, having the 1 or 2 brandies that goes with the braai. So it's just a good fun week to be.
Jaco, it's been a kind of, I would imagine, very frustrating year for you. Such a hot start, and then really battling your way through Europe. Do you feel that being home again, form is coming back, or was there more to it than that?
No, I mean, it's always nice, being at home and playing here. Nice to find your feet here a little bit, because it is a lot harder, obviously, overseas. I mean, not necessarily the courses or the circumstances, it's just being away from home. So it's always a nice time to work on the game and reflect on what can be improved.
Did you travel with your family?
A little bit, yeah. They do come out. I mean, the boys are still young, so they battle to be away from home more than 2 weeks. Third week is a bit of a push.
Yeah.
But the first 2 weeks they're fun, so they come out occasionally.
So is the old Jaco van Zyl emerging already, do you think?
Depends. It would be nice.
You had a real go at the SA Open. I mean, you certainly put yourself into contention, and then you knew what you needed to do, and you had a real dart at it. Is it nice being able to have that kind of goal and then know that pursuing it is going to be there or thereabouts?
Yeah, I mean, I had the ball really nicely last week. I battled with a putter. Kind of got it going a little bit in the third round. Again, not making much, just hitting a lot close and hitting a lot of par 5s and 2, and a bit of a frustrating week with the putter. So still hitting it nicely, and hopefully we can get the putter to work all 4 rounds and not just one of the 4.
And the greens today, how did you find them?
Yeah, the greens are definitely different to what they are normally. They're a lot more grainy this year, I've found. I mean, they're still pretty receptive. We'll see. I think there's going to be a lot of footmarks on the greens with the grain coming in the afternoons, but you need to capitalise when you play in the morning.
Yep.
I spoke to Warren Eberry after the final round. You just was mentioning how calm you are on the course. A few months leading up to this, I watched a bit of your golf, and you seem to be a little bit agitated. How much has your mental game changed over the last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working with a sports psychologist from Manchester for about 6 months now. Again, I mean, being calm has got its ups and downs. It's like losing your temper. You gotta try and control it, or be in control of it more so. I have been working with someone, and trying to get a little bit more fiery on the golf course, instead of this docile slothing around the golf course. I've been working on a couple of things, and I think I feel like it's pretty close to all coming together.
And in that regard, do you feel ready to take that breakthrough?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I've had a couple of close calls in Europe, and had a close call early this year out here. So I played the summer section quite nicely. So I just need to do it at the right time.
I suppose it's a fine line there, because in terms of getting fired up on the golf course, if it's not in your nature, and how you control that and how you do it. I mean, Charles Schwartzel a few years ago also speaking about the fact that he's not the fist pumping kind of type of player, but also wanted to just spark something in him on the course a bit.
Yeah, it is a very fine line. It's like someone that loses its temper. It's I'm not justifying it, but some people need to do it to get rid of it. But I mean, where it becomes a problem is if you take it into your next hole, and the hole after that, and the hole after that. But I mean, if you can do it, get it over and done with, it's really not a bad thing. and vice versa, to get a little bit of emotion going, or to try and keep the emotions a little bit intact. It's a very fine line between getting it right and getting it wrong.